Hello, welcome to our channel Contemporary Literary Review India. In today's video, I am in discussion with Dr. Jernail Singh Anand. He hails from Longowal, Punjab. He has served as Professor of English for 35 years and retired as a principal of a degree college. After that, he became director of a degree college and now he is a Professor Emeritus at the European Institute of the Roma Studies and Research, Belgrade. Apart from this, he is the chairman of Azad Foundation, World Literature India, chairman of the board of directors, World Institute of Peace, Nigeria. He was also Secretary General of World Union of Poets, Italy. At present, he is Senior Vice President, International Forum for Existential Spirituality as well. Before I move ahead, please subscribe to our channel.
I have um, you know, written a lot, almost daily, one or two poems I pen down. Most of them relate to some sort of deep philosophy or how things work out, the phenomena, existential phenomena, and all that. A
Okay.
few days ago,
Mm-hmm.
while writing,
Mm-hmm.
I just thought of how a poet should conduct himself
Okay.
in modern times, right? These days, what we see is that some people are with this, some people are with that, center, right, left, all that things are going on. So I was thinking that a poet's way, path should be straight. It should be straight. And he should not work like this,
Okay,
right?
so in that case, but it is difficult, right? Like some poets or writers are either leftist or rightist or have certain views. So in most of the case, I feel that they are only to gain something, either money or political power, something means for only for
I,
to
I,
gain something.
I have an explanation for that. So this was a poem, Poet Dharma, right?
Okay.
Poet Dharma. I just wrote down. I will read only relevant portions from here.
Mm-hmm.
I say that there is a Raj Dharma, which
Mm.
stands to its ethical stance for a
Okay.
ruler. In the same way, there is a Poet Dharma also,
Okay.
and this is a poet has nothing to do except to write poetry. One thing before I say go on to this, I would like to, anyway, we will talk about part-time writing of poetry. After just this, let me finish up this.
Mm-hmm.
A poet has nothing to do except to write poetry, and his dharma is to say what is right. I can refer to Guru Nanak Dev Ji,
Mm-hmm.
ठीक है ना?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Sach sunai si." I will tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Sach sunai si, sach ki bela. When it is time to speak the truth, I will speak the truth. Right? So to say what is right without bothering about the left, right, or center of things. And now your answer to your question. A poet has no permanent friends or foes. A poet has no permanent friends or foes. His friend list is very small. If we have an unfriend list also, and also a concurrent list, the poet will be a loser.
Mm-hmm.
The concurrent list may lead to floor crossing also, right? Those who are we see they are with them, they may cross the floor over to the other side. Now, see, sir, poets like truth are unattached and neutral. Poets like truth are unattached. If you are good, they are on your side.
Mm-hmm.
If you are good, they are on your side. But if you find them ranged against you, if you find them ranged against you, then you are at fault, not they. Then you are at fault, not they. your Buddha has been disgraced and displaced by the Chanakya within you. This is the fight.
Okay.
Buddha versus Chanakya.
Hmm.
Your Buddha has been disgraced and displaced by the Chanakya
Hmm.
within you. So these
Hmm.
are the delicate issues which we have to see. And I was just referring to something which I feel that have you seen full time
Hmm.
poets in your life?
Mm,
Full
Not
time poets.
not now. It is difficult because right now people are uh, engaged with something else, right? So they are most of the time part timer. Hmm.
All those people who you see in the Facebook or anywhere,
Hmm.
they are professors, lecturers, working here, working there.
Right.
And in their extra time, they find time to write poetry. And poetry is maybe a passion, but it is more of a hobby.
Hmm.
And in the a doctor comes
Hmm.
home tired, right? Then he listens to music. It is just like listening to music. It to relieve your nerves. You
Hmm.
read poetry, you write poetry. There are so many, you know, civil services people who are
Writing
engaged with
poems, right?
poetry.
Hmm.
Uh, some of them, mean, some part of them does, relish this art, no doubt. But there are not many people. There was, Sahir Ludhianvi and so many, poets who simply wrote poetry and lived on it.
Hmm.
And but these days,
Hmm.
uh, suppose I write poetry now. I am retired. I can write poetry all the day. But even then, poetry cannot give me a scare meal. I want to raise this issue. In one of my poems, I said that poets should be given minimum support price.
Okay.
Matlab, there should be, a poet is all the time thinking of society.
Okay.
He is always a carrier
May,
of good sense.
when you say minimum support price, that is MSP, just like as
Yeah.
farmers get. Right?
Yes, yes. And this is what I say. Yes, they should be supported by the society. They should be supported by the government.
Okay.
And yeah, and the thing is, we often say we try to elevate ourselves, saying that we are the unacknowledged legislators of the world.
Hmm.
But but you go to any office and tell them you are a poet, you will not be offered a chair, nor they will do your work because society is mentally, it is mentally corrupted, and people believe in money and power, and poet stands nowhere in
Hmm.
this
Right. Right.
paradigm. In this
That,
paradigm, I wish that now one more point I want to share, which is very important. Alam Saab, it may surprise you what I am saying. All our teaching, we teach poetry,
hmm.
but we do not give any space to the poet in the universities.
Hmm. True. True.
Yani, in the universities, there are books by poets, and these poets, most of these poets have never been university professors, they were never on university faculty. They
Hmm.
just wrote their poetry. Bulle Shah wrote poetry, Guru Nanak Dev wrote poetry. There were so many other poets
Hmm.
who never go to the university.
Hmm.
On their books, the universities hold seminars.
Hmm.
They write research papers. There are right heaps of
Hmm.
buildings are filled up
Praises.
with the dissertations on these poets. But tell
Hmm.
me, any university where any poet has been honored because he was a poet.
Hmm.
They are just guinea pigs of research.
Hmm.
You write something, they write, that's all. And one more point I want to raise. We have English professors
Hmm.
who, for 40 years,
Hmm. Hmm.
teach to postgraduate classes what is poetry,
Hmm.
who was a great poet. Tell us what T.S. Eliot read this. Tell us. Donne said this. Donne's poetry can be explained. For 40 years, they teach poetry
Hmm.
without writing a single poem. What do you see this?
Hmm.
There is some imbalance, is
Hmm.
there? Poets are given not a raw deal.
Hmm.
They are not treated the way they should be treated in society.
And my view is that uh, just like as you said that okay, there should be some MSP type of thing, right? So here I agree in the sense like we should be having in every university we should be having some seat, okay, and on rotation basis we should bring up or give either 1 year or something like that new contemporary poet to that seat, okay, and they should be given some rewards or monetary remuneration, something like that, for 1 year 2 years, something like that, and
Why
we
not a
we can
pension?
do. No, pension. See, what I say, because the issue is like that. Suppose that nowadays, particularly in contemporary age, what I see that everyone is writing something. Okay, so in this case, the issue will be like there are so many participants and aspirants. Okay, in in the field of poetry, so there will be like thousands of poets writing in different languages or some. For example, if it is Punjab, then maybe there thousands of people writing in Punjabi language, thousands of people writing in English, thousands of people writing in Urdu, thousands of people writing in Hindi. So this means this thousands of people, it is very difficult to pay remuneration or pension to this long list of people, because everyone will be demanding, right? Even I write some like 10 poems, I am poet, so I want MSP. Now the issue is, that is why I propose one thing, like in every university there should be some seat, and poet should be bestowed that seat on rotation basis, so that suppose that all or most of the leading poets come to that seat and gain something like either in kind of a remuneration or a value or something like that, and they can be given means due respect, as you said that okay, they should be given due respect. So by that, by rewarding this kind of seat or having flaunting this kind of seat, we can progress like that.
Yeah, that is a good idea. Actually, I tell you, now what is happening, the government thinks that they give a Sahitya Academy Award, they send
Hmm.
that to one or two persons and their job is done. I
Hmm.
don't think their job is done
Hmm.
because the poet is the real creator.
Hmm.
Researcher comes after him. If
Right.
there is no creator, there will be no research,
Correct.
right? We must give due credit to him in the universities. There may be chairs, there may be, as you say, there
Hmm.
may be seats or chairs, and
Hmm.
where they should be, respected and given, and definitely, so that they are not all the time part time. They
Hmm.
should be given some sort of a remuneration.
Hmm.
It
Hmm.
is maybe it is just out of respect. It is not
Hmm.
for
True.
everybody.
True.
There
True.
should be some benchmarks, and
Right. Right.
those who have
Yes.
done
Yes.
this. And
There are programs by UGC that SRF, JRF get some remuneration even while doing their research. Right. Similarly, we can have this kind of chairs, like right in every university. I propose like that every university should be flaunting some chair, something like that, and on rotation basis every poet who are leading poets should be given
yeah,
that
leading
that
goods.
chair,
That
right?
will help. Actually, the idea is, Alam Saab, the university system, the education has removed literature from its prime position in society. It is a peripheral subject which is being, downgraded every
Hmm.
time there is a syllabus change or all that. So, and as literature is being exiled, the society we see is growingly,
Hmm.
it is growingly criminalized.
Hmm.
Literature, after religion, literature is the only force
Hmm.
which makes you think before you act.
Correct.
Now we have removed it. We are creating, technicians, technologists, engineers, and all that.
Engineers,
But
doctors, and all specialists, right?
And see, there are the criteria on which universities are assessed by NAC and all that.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
just made a point because we have organized, I'm established in International Academy of Ethics also. We wrote, we decided in that universities must, in their parameters, have an idea, a point, how much attention is paid to ethics. Because essentially, may I refer to Guru Nanak Dev's words here?
Hmm.
Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, truth is the highest of everything. Truth. We all
Hmm.
agree.
Hmm.
Nobody can contest. But he says, there is one thing which is higher than truth itself, and that is truthful living. Truthful living. Now, ethics is truthful living,
Hmm.
which we have absolutely thrown out.
Hmm.
The baby is thrown out with the water,
Hmm.
bath water.
Hmm.
Nobody bothers about these things. I said to them that ethics must be a part of the parameters.
Hmm.
Are your students human? They have not become,
Robots.
robots, right? Robots. So we need to, introduce
Hmm.
these mechanism in the studies itself, and ethics should not be an optional subject. It should be a primary, compulsory subject,
Hmm.
and passing it must be compulsory. Only then
Okay.
we will
Okay.
have some humans coming up.
Hmm. Hmm.
Otherwise, we are living in an impersonal universe. Nobody loves, nobody, thinks about anybody. So this is a universe which is coming up. I sometimes believe that India is comparatively a poor country.
Hmm.
India's poverty is actually our gain because we have retained
Hmm.
family love, we have retained our traditions, we still believe in humanism.
Hmm.
Even if somebody does something which is anti human,
Hmm.
at least he talks human.
Hmm.
He takes the cover of religion or other that. So, but there are, if there is more and more of technologization,
Hmm.
artificial intelligence is coming up, naturally we are cutting down
Hmm.
on the village life. We are going to the cities, from cities to the metros, and we are leaving behind all that was good in our society. And a time will come, Alam Saab, when we will not be able to say that we are proud of our tradition. If we don't maintain good traditions, how will
Hmm.
we be proud?
Right. Right. So, if you have anything more to share.
I simply told you about our International Academy of Ethics, and we are doing panel discussions, and we are trying to reach out to the people. It has a international outreach also. So many distinguished scholars we have. We discuss various issues. Recently, I have shown
What is
you
the name of that organization?
International Academy of Ethics.
Okay.
I sent you a book. Just show it. Now see, this
Hmm.
book is coming up.
Okay. Okay.
Skeptic. Skeptic. It has 15 articles written by me. So these articles are my thoughts about ethics, about art, about literature, about violence. Now I would like to, you have asked me, naturally, I would like to focus on violence. You see, what is happening? Actually, it is said that literature is a mirror of society. Right? Whatever is happening in society, literature mirrors that, right? But that mirror is very intelligent. That also tells us what it should be like, because otherwise it is no use if we are telling you you are bad, you are bad, you are bad, this
Hmm.
is bad, this is not enough. We have to tell how it is bad, why it is bad, how it can be corrected. So I think maximum impact that the society has, it is from
True. True.
films, right? And in films, this OTT has come,
mm,
and in OTT you see on top it is written rating sex, violence, substance, drugs, and 18 ranking, and then people see it, right? And you see how many people are watching. Recently, a film has come, Animal or something. People say there is lots and lots of violence in it. People take saws and kill and maim. No, what say that uh, I refer to Sholay when we are talking about it. And I also would like to refer to the Shakespeare's idea of tragedy.
mm,
And he was followed by Webster. And Webster's Duchess of Malfi, we all remember. And we call it a melodrama.
mm,
When we compare tragedy and melodrama, then we say that in Shakespeare, the tragedy is simply reported. The people are not killed, maimed, sawed on the
mm,
stage. He
mm,
simply reports, right? Then what Webster does in Duchess of Malfi, there are 9 or 10 dead bodies lying on the stage, and he's killing the Duchess of Malfi, and people see it, right? So this type of tragic events we are seeing on the
mm,
screen, and in Sholay, I would like to say this was very close to Shakespearean tragedy because in that violence was symbolic. Everybody knows that there was an insect going on his arm and he killed it.
mm,
That was means that he killed a boy, right?
mm,
So that is the way things should be. Even if why they are showing, and you see they are showing sex in clinical details, they are showing bodies in clinical details. What they are, want to convey to this world, what type of world they want, and horror is that they are very successful. On
but
the first
yes,
day, they make hundreds of crores on
okay,
the
okay.
first day.
Okay, so now typical thing is that most of the people oppose this film, but at the same time
Very
it is earning too much. So
yeah.
how
This is
contrary
what
thing
is
is
there,
happening?
sir. I tell you, this is the thing that we are a very, violent criminal society. You see, in films, in even our songs, Punjabi songs, you see there is a tractor, there is a bullet, there is a pistol, and people are killing. What
Mm,
is this nonsense? Are we actually doing all this? Right? In the same way, in film, you see Shah Rukh's film Jawan, and prior to this, there was another film. I don't know. I could not see this. There is so much, violence. I can't stand it. I don't know. I have grown old, and that's why I can't. I can't stand it, and I don't see such films. The thing
see,
is,
hmm,
why all this is being served to a very young generation,
mhm,
very young kids. They believe in pistols, they believe in killings, they want to see killings. I think uh, this needs to be um, I think the people who are making such films, they are mentally sick. Money is the only value.
mm,
There was a time when films were made, that films like Dushman, they gave some idea, some improvement to the society, some idea to. No, there is no question of any idea. If you can kill, you succeed. That's all. It means that all traditional values, Gita, Ramayana, we do not remember anything. We
mm,
remember only one thing, and that is kill, make money, become rich, kill others, loot others.
mm,
So this is a very sad impact, and if we connect our talk with it, is that all these youngsters
mm,
are denied the component of literature. Number one, they are coming off broken families, and not only broken, not only nuclear. There are no senior people left in the families who can stop them. And then there is the idea of freedom. This is a new narrative which this man has set.
okay, okay.
This is what he wants, and
Mm,
things are. going on.
So in films, actually, obviously, films have very huge impact on the mind of people. Okay, but what I find that okay, means in recent 20 or 30 years, what I see that there is huge impact of Western films. Okay, in Western films they show such kind of violence or sexual exploits or something like that. Okay, they they use this too much in their films. So actually Indian filmmakers actually imitate the same thing. Okay, so
Exactly.
they are just using those elements here and there only to earn money or all. Typically what I think that is okay with filmmaking, but this is typical with audience because we oppose such kind of film, but at the same time these films are running too much. So a big discussion is going on why people are liking or viewing this kind of movie, because of that this kind of film is earning too much money, to a much mileage. um, this animal movie has become one of the fastest earner or joiner of some clubs like 100 crore 200 crore something like that in a very shortest time. So means who are watching this film now? The thing is like this.
Yeah,
So if
I think our younger generation, they are, they lack actually training in moralistics, and which is missing because father and mother both are busy in their 24 into 7 job. They don't have time. That is the issue. And then they have to spend their time somehow on the mobile. They are watching these films, right? And when they get time, I think it is a misdirected generation. It needs, education policy can change the things provided it is done impartially.
okay, okay.
Impartial. Otherwise, it will create. They will stop this problem, create another problem.
Hmm, true. Okay, you in one miss somewhere in your discussion you mentioned about that someone is biographer. So what is that?
Yeah,
Biographer.
yeah. Yes, yes. I told you the biographer. I showed you that book. um, about biography. I was going to tell you that a Punjabi writer, Sir Brahm Jagdish Singh, has written a book. This is a literary biography, right? With the semantic universe of Dr. Nanda, I showed you. Yes, this is the book. Semantic universe. Okay.
Hmm, hmm,
This is a literary biography
hmm,
about my life and about my work also. Now, this is in Punjabi. This work is being translated into English, and some additions will be made to it by Dr. Rohaya Farsi, who is from Iran. I showed you this
hmm,
work. This is under progress. So very soon it will be available.
hmm, hmm, hmm.
Most of my work will be available in this book, commentary on my book.
Oh,
Moreover, there are two books already. This is Creative Vision of Dr. Anand.
okay, okay.
In this book, so many writers, I tell you, they have written about my work. All of them are here. Their writings are here. Hmm, जैसे ये है डॉक्टर हरीश नारंग है,
Hmm, hmm.
देन प्रोफेसर ललित शर्मा है,
Okay,
देन इसमें ये डॉक्टर वासुदेव चक्रवर्ती है फ्रॉम
okay, okay.
कोलकाता.
Hmm, hmm.
तो कोलकाता पीपल, ये प्रोफेसर अरिंदम रॉय है, ही इज फ्रॉम,
Hmm.
ही वाज फ्रॉम इलाहाबाद.
Okay.
Say all the major figures. This is Jonas Svensson from Sweden.
Hmm.
These people wrote about my work,
Okay, okay,
and they are here. Then some more people who joined this in writing are in this book.
okay.
There are some articles on Lustus
Hmm,
and other books.
hmm.
In this way, I have made it possible for researchers to reach my
Okay.
creative work,
Okay.
and with God's grace, it is going on.
Okay. Okay. It was nice talking to you, and you shared lot many thoughts, and I hope that these thoughts will be helpful in making correction in life of people. Okay.
Alam Sahib, actually, we are in a stage of life when we have seen so many things, we have suffered so many setbacks, and at present now we have some filtered ideas, and it is our duty to
Mm.
share them with the younger generations,
Right.
right?
True. True.
So some ticklish issues where I think the basic idea is happiness,
Mm.
and when I talked of marriage and all that,
Mm.
I still believe
Mm.
that we should go after our happiness, not only
Mm.
our happiness, but the happiness of the entire family, the society. And
Mm.
one thing here I would like to add, cosmos.
Mm.
We cannot destroy nature for our joy.
Mm. Mm.
Man should not be an adversary of nature.
Mm.
God made all these things. Trees were object of nature, animals were object of nature, river were object of nature, man was object of nature. But now man is not an object.
Mm.
He has lost his original intelligence
Mm. Mm.
and acquired artificial intelligence. So there are so many things which need discussion. Thank you very much. I'm really very happy talking to you about all the things that I feel
Oh,
about.
okay. Thank you. Thank you. Now we are coming to the closer of this discussion. Thanks a lot to you, Dr. Saab.
Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Alam Saab, and all the audience. Thank you
Oh,
so much.
great,
All
great. Thank you for watching us. Don't forget to subscribe to us to watch more videos on books and authors.